That Poor Dad has impacted millions of lives worldwide. It is a 6-time New York Times bestseller and written in over 150 languages. The tagline for the book is what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. We run one of Rich Dad's largest and most active Cashflow clubs. It is a volunteer-run business school that uses simulations to teach investing, finance, and entrepreneurship. And good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rich Dad's Cashflow Clubs. My name is Roger Moore, aka 007, and in studio with me is my business coach and my good friend, John Ruman.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in today.
All right. So today is a very special day for us. Today we actually launched our new company called Remax Real Estate Group. Remax is actually the world's #1 real estate brokerage. We have the most real estate sales on the planet. And we brought it to Trinidad and Tobago because it's a recession. Why are we investing during a recession? Because that's when you're actually supposed to be investing, right? So we entrepreneurs, we are actually creating jobs during a recession where everybody else is contracting and getting all scared. We are pushing forward and carving out our niche into the market.
It's very important to take the opportunity when things are opportunistic, view everything as an opportunity as opposed to something to be scared and run away from. And that's exactly what the guys at Remax and Cashflow are doing with this.
Oh, yeah. So the greatest investor in the world, Warren Buffett, said, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. And lots of people are fearful. Lots of business owners are contracting, they're downsizing their staff, they're reducing their marketing budget. Yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. I would do very well with that. Y'all continue. So even with the science education company that we have, all the other science education companies are downsizing. So we're hiring all those downsized employees. So we're growing.
Nice.
3 fast-growing companies. In fact, John has 1, so that's 4 fast-growing companies. This is true entrepreneurship. So we want to produce more entrepreneurs and investors, right? And, real estate is one of the best options to invest in as opposed to mutual funds. We like to attack mutual funds. But real estate is very important. And you only realize, a lot of people only realize then how broke they are when they try to buy their first or just try to buy a real estate property on the whole. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it can be a very scary financial decision for families to get into.
Yeah. People who make under $15,000 a month, they thought they were middle class. It's only then they realize they might be poor.
Wow.
One source of income is not enough. Your salary alone is not enough to sustain you. You need multiple sources of income. And I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm kind of now starting up. So I'm onto my 3rd source of income.
Good for you.
But I don't have a job. And we like to joke around at Cashflow Club and say JOB stands for?
Just over broke.
Oh, yeah. Just over broke. JOB stands for just over broke. Doesn't matter if you make a salary of $55,000 to $65,000 a month. You think that's a lot of money? But when you look at the financial statements, it tells a completely different story to just, looking at them in the mall or something. They might be driving a nice car. They might be living in a nice house. But according to their financial statement, they are pretty much broke after they pay off all their expenses.
In my experience as a financial advisor, the poorest people that you would see, and you would never know by the beauty of their car or their home, usually made the most money. As your income grows, most people have the habit of not continuing to save, continuing to invest, and continuing to make yourself create more passive income streams like Roger's talking about, where you no longer have to have that day-to-day job. And that beautiful vehicle, for example, that beautiful Porsche Cayenne can be paid for by a real estate property rather than buying this expensive vehicle.
So the trick is to have your assets buy you your luxury goods if you want luxury goods. But we have a very simple definition of an asset. An asset puts money into your pocket every single month, whether you work or not. Therefore, liability takes money
out of your pocket.
Right. So at Cashflow Club, we teach people how to buy assets like business. Business is one of my favorite assets. When my team decided to go into real estate, because I wasn't too knowledgeable in real estate, the first thing I did was look for a franchise. I love franchises. If you ever get to know me, franchises turn me on. I go crazy over franchises. Remax is the number one franchise in the world in real estate sales. So I bought the Remax franchise. I met the master franchisee for Remax. And when I handed him my business card after the meeting, he started freaking out. He was going crazy. I was like, what's your problem, homie? You know? And he was like, Cashflow clubs? What's that? You have a Cashflow club? I was like, of course. I run one of the largest Cashflow clubs in the Western Hemisphere. Actually, no, sorry. Let me take that back. I run the largest Cashflow club in the Western Hemisphere. And he's like, oh my God, I have a Cashflow club too. And he took out his laptop and he showed me pictures of his Cashflow club. And we were freaking out. Both of us were freaking out. You know, for years, they've been talking to the senior management at the franchise Remax, talking about working more closely with the Richard Company and the Cashflow Club concept. So now that they have a Cashflow Club owner in their franchise system, now the word is spreading. Hey, maybe this might be leading to something.
Absolutely. One of the for those of you who are obviously listening to this right now live, we do publish these on YouTube after, and you're going to really appreciate when you look at Roger right now, because he has this big Remax balloon, which is like,
I'm a salesman,
which he's like hugging next to his body, and you'll really appreciate when you see the live video. It's great.
Yeah, Remax is awesome. And I'm a salesman, so I've been walking all over this building and studio with this big balloon and getting a lot of attention. People realize, wait, what's this Remax thing? You know, they now realize Remax is all about real estate. And which brings me to another thing. The ability to sell is your number one skill in business and investing. If you have a sales background and then you attend something like Cashflow, you are a walking gold mine. Because what most people have to do after they do Cashflow with all that knowledge, to apply Cashflow's knowledge, you have to be in the field of sales.
And I'm actually going to take that a step further. I'm going to say even outside of business, sales helps your life because you're constantly selling. So a quote unquote argument or discussion you're having with someone is actually you selling them on your idea.
Oh, yeah.
So you're convincing them. So the skills you get through sales training actually go throughout your entire life.
Oh, yeah. So guys, you'll be able to pick up really hot chicks. Girls, you could get your rich boyfriends, the rich man of your dreams.
There you go.
Hopefully a business owner from Cashflow Club. You know, a lot of opportunities open up. Even in the science education business, mad science, when I'm dealing with the kids, I'm constantly selling, you know, convincing them to do this and do that instead of doing the usual negative reinforcement. Don't touch this and don't touch that. I don't do that. If you ever come to my classes, it's constant positive reinforcement. In other words, we chain them up, as they like to say, to do whatever you want them to do.
Yeah, and actually, those of you who have not actually gone through Roger's Cashflow course, I highly recommend it because it's one of the most positive, uplifting environments you can imagine, as well as a group of people who are so like-minded and excited about getting out of the rat race of doing their job every day.
Oh yeah,
and moving towards freedom.
Yeah. So the rat race, being in the rat race, is of course your dependence on a salary. A lot of people can't get off of that dependence. So we teach people how to get off of that dependence, step by step. And our course is simulation based. So we don't have any homework. We don't have any exams. Our course is exciting. It's positive. You're surrounded by like-minded people who are into real estate, into business, or those who want to get into real estate and business. You learn, have fun learning. You learn important things that are not taught in our education system. Things like raising capital, for example. If you're buying a real estate property and you can't afford it, guess what? You can raise capital. If you want to start a business and you can't afford it, you can raise capital. They don't teach you that in the school system, not even in an MBA program they teach you that.
Super, super valuable. And then the entire time you have people around you who have been through Cashflow Club, they've graduated themselves, and they can help you. They can give you tips. They can give you pointers. They can really help you to propel yourself while you're in the class itself.
Oh, yeah. Because Cashflow Club is actually a volunteer-run business. A volunteer run. So a lot of our past graduates come back as free volunteers for as many times as they like. Not just to practice the simulations for themselves, but also to teach others what they have learned. So you don't just learn from me and learn from the simulations and learn from the books, but you also learn from the other members of Cashflow Club that are also on the same journey as all of us. We're all on the same journey. And it's quite unfortunate that education is still not in the education system to this day. It's capitalism. We live in a capitalist society. We live in a financial system. You should know how to succeed in this financial system.
Imagine how your life would be different if you better understood how to leverage the system into your favor as opposed to being taken advantage of and, well, not living the best of experiences in it.
Oh, yeah. Every Monday morning they say that, there's a 30% increased chance of heart attack when they head into work.
Why is there TGIF? Exactly.
Exactly. People can't wait to go home on Friday. They go to the bars and they spend a lot of money and get drunk because they hate their job.
Yes.
They're doing something that they don't like. And they have to do it because if they don't work, they can't pay their bills. That's an awful existence. I look forward to every Monday morning. In fact, I'm excited every day. I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. You know why? I couldn't sleep because I'm excited about today. You know why? Because I'm doing something that I love. When you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. So the trick with this thing is to monetize your passions.
Absolutely. I'm very happy Roger's actually doing what he loves because the world benefits from that.
Oh, yeah. And John loves coaching.
I do.
John is one of the best business coaches I ever saw in my life.
Well, I appreciate that.
And he is my business coach. So, I'm kind of tooting my own horn.
Well, I love to help people get to accomplish their dreams and create a vision for the business and actually work step by step and continually move in the direction of the business and actually see and live that experience that they actually saw one day as me and them sitting just creating a vision. So it's a very, very empowering experience, and I love to help people get there.
Yeah. So John is helping us on a weekly basis, and we have a lot of holes in our businesses, and he is just finding them and plugging those holes and giving us tasks. Of course, a lot of times we rush last minute before the meeting to finish his tasks, but the important thing is we're constantly moving forward, constantly growing, constantly improving. So at the end of the day, we have stronger businesses because we have a coach guiding us towards success. Just like in sports, I'm a national athlete. I play badminton for the national team, and I can't imagine not having a badminton coach watching my game to see
improve,
what faults I have to help me improve. So why do that in business? A lot of people don't understand why they need a coach, and it's kind of weird. You need a coach. You need guidance. And at Cashflow Club, we guide our people, we guide them, but we're not there on a one-to-one basis consistently. That's where coach comes in.
Yeah, it's consistent, and it's also, Roger brings up the last-minute stuff, how he actually busts his butt, him and his team to accomplish it. And the reason for that is he's committed to accomplishing those tasks in the given time frame, and I never beat him up if he doesn't, but that's not the point. The point is he knows he has, and that level of accountability helps the person get to where they want to go, because it actually creates an internal drive that you didn't have before, because you've committed towards that objective, and now you have someone who's going to talk to you and say, how'd you do? And they know that. So they know when they're on the talk with me on the call, they are awaiting, how did you do on this task? How did you do on that task? And it really helps, because you want to say, yeah, I got 95% of this done, but these two are totally done. Everything's great.
Yeah. So, this country is pretty laid back culture. Remax, we're doing Remax, and we just launched it on social media. Our new logo got approved this morning.
It looks great. For those of you who need to check it out.
It's called Remax Real Estate Group. We're going to form a group on a page on Facebook this afternoon when I get back to the office, right? Then we'll start promoting our listings on Facebook. Because we have a lot of listings already, even though we haven't registered the company as yet. We're rushing to get everything done because it's a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. But there's so much opportunity out there. Try to understand, we live in a Caribbean island with oil and gas and a small population. That's a fantastic combination. But you can only benefit financially from that combination by being a business owner. you can't really benefit from that by being an employee. All you're going to get is cheap gas and cheap electricity. That's not enough.
And the important thing is to realize that this opportunity, you can now go through Roger's new company and help them list your. What services will Remax actually be offering going forward? So the people on the air can know what they can get.
We do real estate sales. So if you have a property that you want to sell, you give us a call. Of course, I will leave my number at the end of the show, so you can call me personally.
And that includes raw land as well, correct?
Oh yeah, raw land, houses, commercial buildings, even businesses. We only found out that recently. When we started freaking out, we were like, "What is a business brokerage too?"
Nice.
Oh my God! Right now I heard there's a gym for sale. And anyway, I shouldn't say anything.
And what about rentals? So people have the opportunity to lease either homes, apartments, or commercial space.
Oh yeah. So that's actually my focus. Everybody in the Remax team has a different focus. So some are focused on raw land, like my friend Blaine. He's getting 100 calls a day for his land. He has land all over the place selling. But I'm focusing on leasing, rentals, and I'm about to close on my first rental in Curep on the corner of Bell Smythe and McEnroy. They're looking for a commercial tenant, right? Rent $8,500. So
nice.
Right now we're fixing up the property, clearing all the garbage from the car park. You know, I put a clock in the other day.
How big is the space?
Very good question. I didn't measure this yet.
Okay.
But it's pretty big. And it has enough office space for about 3 offices in there and a big central kind of space for what do you call it? The enclosures.
Okay. Cubicles, yeah.
Yeah. Downstairs has a taxi stand and a shop, and it's a little center of commercial activity in Curep. So it's the perfect place for a business, you know. But we want to be the go-to people for university students looking for apartments. So that is in the works right now. You know, if you get to know me even better, I love making deals. You know, so we want to meet with UE and SBCS and SAMS and let them know what we're offering. Meet all the apartment owners, multi-unit apartment owners to, you know, offer them our service. And they're pretty excited because they're gonna get access to tenants and keep their buildings full. But before we move on, we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. The book Rich Dad Poor Dad has impacted millions of lives worldwide. It is a 6-time New York Times bestseller and written in over 150 languages. The tagline for the book is what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class do not. We run one of Rich Dad's largest and most active Cashflow clubs. It is a volunteer-run business school that uses simulations to teach investing, finance, and entrepreneurship. And welcome back. So, we had talked about real estate as well. If you're interested in joining Remax, at least our Remax outlet, you have to do Cashflow first and then do a real estate course. There are 2 real estate courses that we're watching right now. One is the course offered by Area at Roytech, right? And another one is run by a legend named Linwood Bihari. His course actually starts April 1st. That's this Saturday. The price is $5,000 and the course is extremely practical. It goes into a lot of detail. We just graduated from his course last month. You know, he goes into detail with insurance, appraisal basics, taxation, real estate marketing, agents and agencies, encumbrances, landlord and tenants, property development, property management. It's a fantastic course. In fact, he makes you call clients live in the class to book appointments, to check out properties, you know. And he went as far as making us register a company to invest in a property, fix it up, and then flip it, meaning sell it.
Wow.
You know, very practical course, very practical man. I would suggest as much, if you want to get into real estate, make sure you take down my number. If you have property to sell or you want to get into real estate development, investing, or anything at all in real estate, stay in touch with us, do that real estate course, do Cashflow, and start your learning process to get yourself out of the rat race.
What's the number they need to call?
All right, the number to call is 768-6761. That's my personal contact number. Don't call me live on the show because I'm still here and I can't answer. But that's my mobile number, 768-6761. And my name is Roger Moore, 007. But live in studio, we'll be taking your calls.
We take your calls now. 625-2759. 623-8255. 624-7729.
And welcome back. And if you missed those numbers, the one to remember is 623-8255. Give us a call and ask us anything. We give free business and financial advice. And live on set here is a business coach, right? So we're going to leave his number to stay in touch with him. So if you have a business and you need guidance, he is the perfect person to call, right? So in fact, I could probably give them your number now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right. And John Roman's number is 744-8555. You pay for that number? Yeah, that's an easy number to remember.
Great number, right?
744-8555. That's John Roman. He's our business coach. You can check him out on Facebook as well. What's the page?
I think it's literally /John Ruman. If you go to my website, which is www.johnruman.com, you can see all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, ruman.com, johnruman.com.
Yep.
Right? He's really good. We are promoting him because his services are really, really good. We use him pretty much every day. We're always bothering him for advice and everything, right? And we need as much help as we could get because, 3 fast-growing companies could be chaotic. And, funny enough, at times, it is pretty chaotic, I must admit. Our next Cashflow Club courses actually we have one starting on Sunday, the 2nd of April. That's this Sunday, 2nd of April. I think that class might be full by now, but I'm not too sure. After that, we have another course starting on Monday, the 10th of April, right? Monday, the 10th of April. It'll be every Monday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's a 3-hour session, all simulation based, right? It's completely opposite to anything you're thinking right now. It's not classroom style. It is simulation based. So you're going to do a lot of investing with fake money, of course, not with real money. A lot of investing. You're going to learn real estate investing by doing it with fake money. You're going to learn investing in business with fake money, You're going to learn accounting, finance, raising capital, using debt financing, equity financing. You're going to learn budgeting, retirement planning, insurance, everything in finance, right? Sitting down in a seminar, listening to somebody speak about finance is really, really boring. You're going to fall asleep. But at a cash flow session, you get extremely hyper. It's a lot of energy. And when you're done, people talk incessantly.
Well, and what I love about it is one of the main reasons people do cash flow is they want to get out of the rat race. Every time you go and you do cash flow, your objective is with whatever profession on the card you've chosen is to get out of the rat race. So you constantly kind of get in the energy, the dynamic of I can have financial freedom. So it's a wonderful, wonderful experience, even to have in the virtual reality that you're actually having in the class. It's an amazing experience.
So you actually get to see how to generate wealth step by step for yourself. You don't have to rely on financial advice from experts. You can be your own financial advisor and make your own deals. So not everybody in Cashflow Club is dependent on other Cashflow Club members. Once you get a knowledge, you can go in any direction you choose. I remember one guy in UE, cleaner in UE. He attended just one session. He didn't even do the course. He just did a workshop. And he gets a low salary. And he realized after Cashflow, he's like, wait a minute. My house is on the main road. If I rent this spot right here, I could charge them $2,000 to a vendor, So he got a vendor. He charged him $2,000 a month. So his income per month increased by $2,000. And then, he was like, wait a minute. If that work, why not do 2 more spots? And he did. He rented out 2 more spots at $2,000 each. So his cash flow increased by $6,000 a month. And of course, he started getting greedy. He was like, wait a minute. But if that works, I'll put some more outlets at the corner there. So he did like 4 more at $2,000 each, and he is making a lot of money.
Good for him.
He still has his job. He's working his job, but he's making way more money outside of his job. So you can go in any direction. Once you learn what an asset is, you can innovate and figure out how to make more money for yourself. right? And don't underestimate network marketing. Now, I know I'm not a big fan of network marketing. Are you?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, we're not into it. But I must admit, the training you get at network marketing is fantastic. You learn leadership, you learn sales, you learn practical business education, which I think is superior to an MBA program or superior to a business degree. You get real business education. Because the people from network marketing, when they do cash flow, they go into business so fast. Your head will spin. They go after multiple deals because they're accustomed selling. Another great avenue, especially after cash flow, is going into the insurance industry. I mean, that's how you started off, right?
Absolutely, yep.
And so did I. After business school, and unfortunately, I did a business degree, But after business school, I went straight into insurance to learn how to sell. Because it's easy for anybody to say, I could sell, Roger, I could sell. Until you actually have to sell. And that's when you realize, whoops, I can't sell.
Yeah, when your rent depends on it, when your meals depend on it, when your car payment depends on it.
You better find a solution fast, otherwise you go broke. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning in to Rich Dad's Cashflow Club.
Yes, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in today.
And make sure you remember this number for John Ruman. His number is 744-8555. That's 744-8555. And then my personal contact number as well is 768-6761. Call me for more information on Cashflow Club. Call me for more information on the real estate course or on John Ruman's coaching, right? It's best to stay in touch. We give free business and financial advice. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in.
Take care.